strong floor routine.
What a great floor routine. Lori Strong. And it will be followed immediately by Monica Kovaci. So we'll see two of the very best back-to-back on the floor.
Okay, we're going to take a look again at Lori's tumbling. Definitely one of the best tumblers in Canada that we've had in a long time. Here you see that full twisting double back. And her foot just slightly goes out of bounds, but unfortunately that is a 0.1 deduction. And let's take a look at the second tumbling pass. Now watch this, the round up back handspring, she gets tremendous height. That is a 2.5 twist. She doesn't stop there, she immediately goes into a punch front.
So a 9.8 for Lori Strong, 9.8.
Now on the floor, Monica Kovaci.
And right up next, Monica Kovaci.
We've got our two top Canadians performing back-to-back, so we're being introduced to some pretty difficult floor routines. Again, Monica has the same tumbling pass planned right here, full and back. Nice job. Actually, she did hers in a pike position. That's a little bit more difficult. Monica's already had years of experience in competition. She is one of the only Canadians, the first Canadian, in fact, to win 3 national titles in a row when she was a novice, junior, and senior. There's a 1.5 twist to a double twist. Definitely is in her national form, winning after winning last night's competition. Presses off. Just out here to perform for the audience. Have a good time.
She's telling us, Elsie, that she wants to follow your lead and go to a U.S. college on a scholarship, she's hoping. And you see that at this point, her nearest competition, Lori Strong, looking on, seeing this is a good enough routine to beat her 9-8 score.
Certainly see Lori's pretty involved in Monica's routine. Both of them have been doing super jobs at the national championships. They're going to be a real asset to our world championship team. Here's her final tumbling pass, double back, no problem. She's really come back after that beam routine. That was a lovely job.
Monica Kovaci. And she's happy to see her say, yes, she hit that one.
She's very pleased with that. That's a nice way to end the competition.
Has to be at least a 9.8 or a 9.9.
Well, we'll take a look here at Monica's tumbling. She is very aggressive. Look at the speed she gets into this round of back handspring. Good set on that full in. Legs are a little bit tucked, but that in fact was a full in pike. Good landing. The second tumbling is a nice combination. Round off to a 1.5 twist. Immediately through to a round up back handspring, followed by a double twist. Great tumbling.
There they are, number 1 and 2 in the country and 2 of the best in the world. A 9.9 for Monica Kovaci.
The third finalist on the floor, Christina McDonald.
Christina McDonald. Already a gold medal on the beam.
Well, Christina's just had a super national championship, and in fact, this is a great comeback for Christina. She's had a series of injuries, and I remember one of the worst injuries she suffered were a few years ago at the national championships on the vault, and she's really taken some time off since, and this year hasn't been too good for Christina, but this is a super meet for her in preparation for the World Championship. A nice double tuck. Of course, it's an easier element than we've seen from Monica and Lori, but Christina performs it well. Nice dramatic music. Going into a front handspring, 1.5 twist. To a great year, and in fact, her sights are set on the 1988 Olympics. beautiful floor routine.
Christina McDonald from Whitby.
Okay, we're going to take a look again at Christina's tumbling pass. She gets a good set in this double back. It's clean. She knows where she is. No problem with the landing. And then again in her second tumbling pass, it's a little bit different than we've seen in this competition. Front handspring to 1.5 twist into a back handspring.
Christina also wants to follow your lead and go to U.S. school. That would be quite an honor for her. And you went to Florida, one of the Gators.
Yeah, Gators. University of Florida, a great school. In fact, Christina would probably make a very lovely collegiate gymnast.
9.75 for Christina McDonald, so that keeps her in contention for the bronze. And the first time you've seen this gal today from Winnipeg, Lynette Whitmire, and the younger sister of a gal that you used to compete with, Bonnie Whitmire.
Yes, Bonnie and I were teammates in a number of world championships and international trips. In fact, one of the meets that I remember most is a demonstration that Bonnie and I were both in Puerto Rico, and we just had a fantastic time, and everyone thought we were sisters.
Well, there's definitely a resemblance.
Lynette has also had a good world national championship, and this is the only event final that she made, but she's spectacular in this event. She has a full in, back out plan right here. Okay, she did a good job. It was a little bit lower than the first two that we've seen in this competition, but it's certainly difficult. It's not an easy trick. I can imagine it's a pretty difficult one, too. Now, she has a double tuck plan in her second tumbling pass. Nice double tuck. It doesn't seem like she runs that quickly into her tumbling pass. She just has natural speed and power off the floor. She really does remind me a lot like Bonnie out on the floor. She's going to end with a double twist. Clean routine. Well, she came in here with just one final, but she really went all out and performed it very well.
Lynette Whitmire. Must be tough to just sit around and watch everybody on all the other apparatus and then compete out there.
Well, it's hard because she had to warm up much earlier in the competition and wait for this last event. We're going to take a look again at her full in, back out, and see the incredible height she has to get. She really wasn't that high off the ground, but managed to pull the tuck very quickly. And again, Lynette has good speed going into her round-off back handspring. Nice set, double twist. The same element that Christina McDonald performed, and she had a nice floor routine.
The home crowd applauds that score, a 9.8, which puts her in silver medal range. But Andrea Owick is also strong on the floor. She's the next competitor.
Andrea has a double back planned in her opening pass, but it's in a layout pike position, so that makes it a little bit more difficult.
She attacks her tumbling line, doesn't she?
Good job, and you can see she really fought to stay in bounds.
And managed to. In fact, the judge lifted the white flag and then put it back down.
Yeah, she wasn't out. She's not going to throw away tents at all to these judges. She's just an opening for a medal, and she's strong on this event. Pretty popular tune Andrea's using in a floor. A rush in front to round back handspring double twist. Nice clean tumbling pass, good height, just good form.
Left over from her junior days, I can still remember watching her junior. She does her tumbling. Those arms are just firing. She's like a sprinter when she goes at it.
Well, it really does. She needs to charge that tumbling pass to get a good set with her arms, because that, in fact, helps her to get the lift off the ground, especially in that middle pass. And then in all of these double back passes, like fact, we're going to see right now, she needs that good arm set. Nice double back. That's not a bad routine for one of the old.
This could be a medal-winning routine. There's going to be a log jam up there around the 9.8, 9.9 level. We've had 1.99 already. Monica Kovaci with as good a floor routine as you could practically see.
Well, these floors are certainly performing on floor exercise. I think that after the balance beam, they really want to come back on floor and show a good showing on the routines. Here we're going to take a look at Andrew's opening tumbling pass. Her double out. See the nice stretch position, and then she pulls in a slight pike, and she fights to stay in bounds. And her last tumbling pass, she really needs to get all the power she can because this is not easy to perform after a minute and a half. There we go. Nice double tuck. Good landing.
She hits the landing, and the score, a 9.75 for Andrea Owick.
Finally on the floor, Kathy Giancastro.
And this young gal has certainly caught the attention of the fans today here at the Max Bell Center, and we hope across the country. Kathy Giancastro, the final young lady to perform this afternoon's competition.
I remember Kathy made quite an impression again at World Championships with her floor team. She also has the full and back out. In pike, nice job. It was a little bit low on the landing, but extremely difficult tumbling line. Double turn.
Interesting to note also that actually playing the music for these gals today, and a good friend of yours, Monica Gorman, who you competed with for so many years and is also an Olympic performer as yourself.
Yes, Monica and I are great friends. We still like to keep in touch and see what each one of us are up to, and it was certainly nice to see Monica at Winnipeg. The last time I was here in 1979 for national championships, and Monica won that year. Kathy's really doing a nice job on floor. I think everybody's just taking it in and enjoying this performance. She has a double pike planned here. Nice job. These girls have really performed in this event. You can see that our Canadian girls are very strong. Their tumbling is right up par.
Well,
Beautiful
we've
routine.
seen 6 beautiful routines on the floor. There was not a major error in 6 routines.
No, there wasn't. In fact, all these girls just went all out and did some really beautiful tumbling and difficult tumbling at that. You can see here Kathy's full in pike. She's really pulling it around. Just a little bit of a low landing, but it really wasn't that bad. And again, her final tumbling pass, she's just trying to get as much speed as she can to pull this double tuck around. Actually, it's a double pike. That's even more difficult than ending with a double tuck. Nice performance.
And now just patiently waiting for her score. 9.75 is the lowest score so far, which tells you the caliber of these 6 gals on the floor. Leading so far with a 9.9 Monica Kovaci, then 2.98 Lynette Whitmire of Manitoba and Lori Strong. And Kathy will be the final lady to perform. Today we still have what many think is one of the most dangerous and exciting elements in male gymnastics, and that is the horizontal bar, where they just fly at it. And there it is, a 9.85 for Kathy Giancastro. It's just being shown to the crowd, and you'll hear the round of applause for her. 9.85, that'll move her into second. Monica Kovaci first. Kathy Giancastro moves up into second. Lori Strong and Lynette Whitmire will tie for the bronze medal. And that gives all 6 within 0.2 of a point. The National Gymnastics Championships continue with the horizontal bar in a moment. The medal.